Okay. Hope I didn't pick too bad of a spot here. I'm on a road I haven't been on before, so that's kind of interesting. It's called Greenbelt Road. It's off of like a major highway. But I like the way these trees form this. Jesus, that's different from what I expected though. Okay. Just this becomes really dark here. Oh, okay. We'll change that. Okay. Bit of blue right at the top. Well, I don't know what this is going to work out like. It's not the balance that I anticipated originally. Still. Okay. There be any room for paint on top of this? Going in with a lot more pencil than I usually do. Okay, I'm just gonna set up the paints now. It's really windy today, so I've closed my windows so that the sound doesn't wreck the audio. It was really hot just a couple of hours ago, but now it's cooling down because a cold front is moving in. So that's a welcome relief because we've been in a hot spell here for about a week, maybe a little longer. So I'm on this road that I haven't been on before. That's kind of interesting. It's just it's off a main highway, and seems to have a lot of houses on it, like places where people live hidden away. It's kind of nice. Jesus, I don't seem to have a lot of control today. We'll see how that works out. Jesus, I'm brushing this right in. Okay, let that dry for a second. Well, oops, where's my napkins for? I refreshed my napkins today. I threw all my old tissues away just to be strange. I probably would have used them for 5 more years if I hadn't been making videos. Okay, I want some bright blue. I want to put that in first. Jesus, I didn't clean up my brush. I want some bright blue. Or some blue that is fairly bright. Do I have anything here? Try that. Oh, here comes somebody behind me. That's not bright enough. This car is loud. Needs some repairs. Maybe that's the only blue I'll put in there. And then I'll go and put in some gray. I think I got rid of the wind anyways. Put in some white there too later. Boy, I'm really slopping around today. I seem heavy-handed. That's okay though. They can't all be the same. And they're not going to be all the same. Okay, I want a gray that's fairly warm for the road. A pink, kind of. Just kind of slopping around here. There's a lot of white in that. So let's see. Maybe I'm gonna hit it with a bit of silver. Touch of warm. Let's see if I've done anything with that opacity of that white, but yeah, I have. Okay, the paint is all running. Let it do it. I'll put gray on top of that. It's a good day. Just don't fall off my paper there, paint. Which it might do, actually. Release my brush, save that paint, put it in water. I'm just going to turn this for a second so that, ooh, see what that water is doing? I thought it was in danger of falling off the sheet of paper there, so I just did this to protect it, protect the paper. Stuff is drying as we are making this, so Won't take long. There's my scene. I like the way those trees join up. Where that road disappears into a massive green, a gray sky heavy above with a bit of white in it, and there was a bit of blue, which I didn't get the blue bright enough, but anyways, I might do that later. Yeah, on this idea of finding subjects, most of what I drive by isn't that interesting to me, but some things will be composed in such a way that it makes me stop. Composed in such a way, or creating a mood in a way that makes me stop. And it was the way these tree masses hit that road, creating that darkness underneath. That was interesting. Let's see if I can turn this back around. Let's see what we can do with one hand. Not a hell of a lot, it turns out. Okay. Hey, I'm surprised I got that back with one hand. Okay. Yeah, that did a little something. Okay, let's go on. I'm going to do the greens. Let's see what I have open here. Doesn't seem to be a lot of green in there. And there isn't. I'm expecting this one to turn out kind of harsh. Oh, see, no, I didn't want that to happen. Therefore, hey, a use for my new... Well, I didn't want that to happen either. No worries, just keep going forward. Always keep going forward. I'm going to mix up a darker green-blue in a second. But let's see if I can structure a little bit of something into this mass before I cover it. Yeah, you know, I'm inclined to cover the whole damn thing. Yeah, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go in with this. This is the color that I've used a lot of. This is the one color in the whole set. I mean, you see the set. I don't know how many. There's 36 colors here. This is the one color, this blue, that I've run out of. I mean, look at that. The intensity of that. Wow. So I use this quite often to underpaint with this blue. So I'll do more of that. And I bought another whole new set, really, to make sure that I would have a blue like that. So it's hidden away in the back of the car because I'm not going to open up these sets and start littering the front seats with them. Oops. That's interesting looking. Let it dry a bit. I don't have my car window open, so that is preventing the drying a bit. It's really windy, and it would dry quite fast. So I'm just going to let this sit for a bit. Well, let's see, I could do this. Let's see what that does in the video. Let's see how much that wind is making noise. Where's my other, yeah, okay. I'll just recover this for a bit. Can't have that stuff on there. Screws up the varnish later on. See, it's drying quick. Okay, what do I do now? Still kind of wet. Let's just sit here for a while. I'm going to sit here and drink my tea. Iced tea with ice cubes. Watching paint dry. Okay, that was good. Now I'm gonna pick a small brush. Let's see if I've got something. Jesus, I should always put some white out first. I need a very light yellow. Wow. I'm pretty sure that's screwing with the audio quite a lot, so I'm going to close the windows again. So the video should be a lot quieter now. I need some really light. But there's not much yellow in that. Jesus. Okay, try that. Not really on my game today, but that's okay. If you paint every day, it's better than if you just paint when you think you're just terrific. Just paint all the time. And you'll do something more interesting. I guarantee it. So I'm finessing this kind of, am I getting any water in there at all? Just kind of a warm, light, fairly intense yellow. I love putting that small scale stuff in. Yeah. Just touching the surface. I like how that sky turned out with leaving that little bit of white up there, right there. Okay, I'm going to maybe put a little bit of intense green in the sky, but not too intense. Do I have anything existing here already? I'm going to cut that with a bit. Oh, Jesus, that's a lot. Really cut that. See what that looks like. Looks like nothing. Okay. I'm going to introduce a lot of dark soon. So at the moment I'm just trying to make sure that I have enough variety in these masses so I don't get a large boring mass without any differentiation. That could be wrong-headed too, though. It's kind of bright. Yeah, that's kind of too bright. Okay, I like to cut green with purple to cut its saturation. See what that's doing? See how it's graying it? Yeah, that might be a better color for this. Just trying to create a little bit of variety in the structure of this area, of these large blue masses, because I'm going to come in. Comes a motorcycle. I'm going to come in with a large dark pretty soon. Well, I really like a lot of that blue too. You know what I'll do? I'll before I do that, I'll go in. I'll do the grays in the roads before that. Look at how much paint is always left there. Okay. Jesus. Yeah. I'm definitely heavy-handed today, but that's all right. You're not going to be the same every day. What am I doing? I'm going to need a mixing area. I want a dark that's not chromatic. And there you go, like a dark brown, so that'll do. What do I want to do with it? I want to... Jesus, that's too chromatic though. Yeah, that's too dark. Oh. Okay, creating a little bit of emphasis there. Okay, just leave that for now. It's interesting. I want to do... Yeah, I should have put out some white before I started, but here I have a little bit of white in there. I just want to put in... I like to put in details sometimes when I'm about a third or a little more than, like more than half, like halfway through, because they might get covered up, and that's all right. That's kind of like a gamble. But I like to put in a few details that are interesting. Like I'm looking at that cross of that mailbox. A few very light things here in the foreground. See, if I don't pick them out now, I might never include them, which is all right too, you know. But it's nice to, oops, don't, yeah, what did I do there? Okay, just leave that. Okay, going in again with I don't like that brush. What else do I have? Do I like that brush any better? Maybe. Okay, putting the set on my lap. This set has a lot of good stuff in it. Use the umber to cut the bright blue. Visible from a long way from behind, which is good. Okay, let's see. I need more blue in there. To be assertive at every stage. Or you'll get stuck. You can't be timid. Oh, shit. Not really paying much attention to the framing of the camera, which I guess I should be. I'm really looking at the picture here a lot. Thought I trained myself to look more at the framing, which is I have to do if I'm making videos. Yeah, that looks like shit. Okay, so I'm going to go on top of that with a bigger brush. Big brush. This is where I end up in big trouble. No worries though. No worries. Never worry. Remember, it all ends up on the garbage heap of history. Whether you do a good job or a bad job. It's all going to end up in the ground. Oh boy. Let's have a good cry. Well, that's a piece of shit totally. What to do? Well, I'm going to mix up I'm going to again open the window so that color has a bit of a chance to dry. It's difficult when you get too many colors on. It kind of starts inhibiting you. Something about the colors, they don't go on so well. So you've got to try to be as decisive as you can using this media as well. And this is getting really kind of thick. There's a lot of opacity in that color now. But I do feel I have to simplify it. So I'm going to mix up a green and just try to cover it. Go to my purple again, which I like to cut with. Heaven knows what that'll do. That's interesting. Thinking of how I'm going to integrate the foreground with that. With a small brush, just tie the foreground to the background and go into the background again when it's dry with some darker blue blacks. No, that's not the brush I want. What am I looking for? I'm looking for a very small brush. Okay, there we go. Ooh, I like that change in scale. That's nice. That was interesting. And up here, find some way to make reference to the small scale up here. Referencing things is what I'm doing. Less than describing them. Jesus, I didn't like the way that turned out. That's too heavy up there. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to spray water on a fresh napkin. See if I can yeah, that did absolutely nothing. At least not with one hand only available. So again, with a bigger brush, go and reinsert this because you screwed it up. Okay. Ha. Interesting. That bled into the road there a bit, didn't it? Okay. Letting it dry again. The next step is to go in with an extreme dark, cool blue, green, black to oppose this mid green. Got more of the mood that I want now. Let's see, what can I do while I'm waiting? I'll take my pencil and try to a little wet. You gotta be a little careful that you don't damage your paper when you're impatient. But again, it's really nice having small scale divisions, small scale things entered when you have big scale things too. So you're seeing that constant. I mean, you're seeing it in the world, aren't you? Like I'm seeing those tiny things on the road. I'm seeing tiny things in the trees amidst the big things. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stop this for just a second. I don't want to go in with the next stage while there's so much water on here. So I'm just going to stop this for a minute and then I'll start up again. Okay, I'm more or less dried off. So I'm looking for a dark, reestablish. Jesus, where did the light go? Ah, shit. Looking for a dark. And I don't want to be picky in the way I'm entering it, so. I don't know how much of it I want to do, though. That's where a smaller brush might help. Okay. Some danger of overworking always when you're not really sure of what you're doing, which is almost all the time, so. Yeah, I didn't need to do that much there. Okay, I think I'm close to where I shouldn't be touching it anymore. And there's always something more that you can do, but sometimes things are better left alone. Let's see if I can do one more thing here. You'll read The Pictures of Fiddleman by Bernard Malamud. The guy paints a masterpiece and then he screws it up because he can't leave the goddamn thing alone. Well, that's not me. Let's call it done. Let's leave it alone. leave it alone, calling it done. Take another look around. Oh, isn't that nice? I like it here. It's kind of creepy, actually. This road is kind of creepy. Interesting properties off of here, though. Okay, one last look. You know, I often do change the thing a little bit after I call it done because I notice something. So I'm just looking for something right now. Is there something that's bothering me? Yeah, well, there's always something that bothers me, but I'll leave it alone anyways. Calling it done. See you next time.